seems like we are stuck between two situations. A life of murder and chem deals. We appear to be stuck in a nightmare. Oh, I guess it's not unreasonable to start living out my dream. We need to restart industry. There's this ironworks east of here. It has a working forge. If you get me control of the ironworks, I can make sure the equipment goes to good use. We don't have to make metalwork. There's bound to be tools in there that we can repurpose to make what we want. Obviously, success depends on getting trade routes and supply chains set up. Are you ready? Okay, we have control of the foreman's office. We can control the place from here. I'll get to work cleaning things up around here and getting us ready to begin production. In the meantime, I need you to take care of a couple tasks. We can't produce anything if we don't have resources. I know of some ghouls that were miners before the war. Go and talk to them and see if they can set us up with some raw materials. In case we can't get a steady supply of raw materials, I need you to also set up a deal with some scavengers to supply us with scrap. We can melt the scrap down, but the final product won't be as pure after 200 years of corrosion. The scavengers should also be able to supply us with oil and wood for the furnaces, but this won't be as good as what the miners could supply us with. Also, we need someone to sell to. I'm confident that Diamond City, Bunker Hill, and Goodneighbor will give us business. But there is someone else. Apparently, someone at Long Neck Lukowski's cannery is producing canned food. I want you to meet with them and set up a deal to supply them with cans. I hope you wrote all that down. We'll speak later.
What do you want?
Could use some supplies, actually.
Well, I do miss being underground. And I guess we could make a lot of money. Cigarettes and whiskey aren't free. Okay, you've got yourself a deal. We'll need some payment up front so we can buy the equipment we need. 1,000 caps should do it.
Here's your caps.
Whoa, never seen so many caps at once. I'll go round up the rest of the group. There's some deposits up north that weren't exhausted before the war.
Looking to trade?
Anything new in the store?
Same old, same old. Take a look for yourself. You got the caps, I got the goods.
I know that suit. You're one of those people who lives underground.
Hey, let me take a look at you. See where it hurts.
Could use some supplies, actually.
All right, but go easy on the chems. Hey, no offense, but you ain't caravan. Beat it.
Hi.
Top quality junk wherever you need it. Delivery within 1 month or less.
How about 500 caps?
Yeah, looks like all the caps are there. I'll start loading your first order onto the Brahmin.
Hold it right there, stranger. Excuse the pointed gun routine, but I'm not expecting a caravan today. So, why don't you tell me what you're doing here?
I am here to help you.
Oh, help! I see. Is this the part where you helpfully donate some bullets? Maybe relieve me of the burden of wealth, as if I didn't have enough... Wait, you actually sound like you mean that. Oh, I'll be. Did the Ron actually send you?
How did you know?
Couldn't be anyone else. I didn't even tell the caravans about our problems. Those hawks would be on me in a heartbeat. That leaves only the Ron. I have to admit I'm a bit embarrassed about the gun now. I'll just put that away now. Whoop. Well, let's get inside before it gets more awkward. My wife's better at making guests feel welcome after I pointed a gun at them.
By the ocean. This time, the bad guys are on a cruise ship. Plus, the mistress came up with the plan, and she told Man-to-Man exactly what he needed to do.
Super secret submarines, a cruise ship, and the mistress of mysteries. Now I know why you like this one so much.
And there are the two lovely ladies of our humble manor. Jules, Katie, I have good news for a change. Looks like we have a place to relocate after all.
Oh, thank God. I mean, welcome to our home. Make yourself comfortable. Can I offer you something to drink? Not sure if you'll like what's on offer, though. I've got fermented brain fungus beer, or glowing mushroom tea with an extra kick to it. Though, I guess it's kind of an acquired taste. Are you even thirsty? I probably should have checked first.
I am good for now. Thanks.
Probably for the best. It's still experimental. Brain fungus is either chewy like rubber or hard as a brick. The sweet spot between those is tricky. I suppose I should keep the glowing mushrooms for Radaway. If we're moving out this soon, we'll need it for the trip.
All right, that concludes the introductions, the tour, and the formal welcome dinner. Short and sweet. Not much to look at, I know, but she's been home to us for a long time. I guess now that you're here, we'll be moving on soon. We started preparing weeks ago when we realized that the last crop wasn't gonna get us through the next season. Still a couple things left to pack, though. If you're feeling impatient, ask Jules. She'll know what still needs to be done. You need anything from me?
Tell me about yourself.
Was not expecting an interview, but I guess you can't just let anyone in, huh? Hope you don't keep people out on the account of being boring. My parents were farmers, and I was one of, well, let's say 7 children on the best day. When I ran off with the caravan, it was one of 3. When I came home to share the good news about marrying Jules, well, hard work sometimes just means being a bigger target for raiders. Long story short, we needed a new safe place to settle. Julia turned our Brahmin's fertilizer to gold and gave us a shot at building something here. I work as hard as my folks did, but I won't make their mistakes. I know when to call quits and move on, and that's why I took the risk of asking for help. You need anything else from me?
Oh, just looking around.
Take your time. I gotta say goodbye to the farm I've been married to almost as long as to my wife.
polite hostess. We don't get a lot of guests.
The farm's always been my love, but Nessie's always been Julia's. Only real experiment she gets to do these days.
Bet you work up quite an appetite traveling. Wouldn't you like to sate that hunger? With a good can of long neck Lakowskis.
Might be. Let's see what you got.
Tastes great in a stew. Roasted? Or even just straight out of the can.
Welcome, Sir or Madam. How may I assist today?
You're a businessman. How about we make a trade?
Your trade offer is acceptable. We await your first delivery with indifference.
To get going. We've got most of our things packed up besides what had to wait until the last minute. But the biggest problem right now is that our Brahmin, Nessie, got out of her pen last night and wandered off. Any chance you could lend a hand and go search for her while we wrap up here? We should be ready to go once you're back.
Why? Is that so important?
Well, you're here to recruit farmers, right? And we've managed to turn a barren cave into a farm. Now, Alex knows what he's doing, but without Nessie and the diet I've been feeding her, he could be farming rock for all the fertility this place has. I suppose I could get any Brahmin to produce decent fertilizer, but it takes time to show results that you can already get with Nessie. And besides, Katie grew up with the old girl. After all these years, I guess it's like Nessie's part of the family. Will you help?
All right, I do it.
Great. Brahmin are creatures of habit. She probably wandered to her favorite pastures by Sunshine Tidings. You could check there first, maybe look around for a bit. I doubt she went far. And watch out for blood bugs. Season's coming in early with the rains. I sprayed Nessie with repellent 2 days ago, but it wears off eventually. It's why I'm so worried about her.
Katie, could you... Katie! Where do you think you're going?
Just outside.
Kiddo, we need you in here to help with the packing. We'll do a little goodbye tour before we leave, don't worry.
But that'll be around here, and I want to ask Franklin if he wants to come with us.
You said just outside a second ago. Besides, wouldn't your alien friend prefer to just stay on one spot in case, the rest of his kind want to visit?
Well, then I want to say bye to him.
Katie, I get it, it's hard to leave, but right now your mom and I need you to help us pack. I'm sure Franklin can visit you later in his spaceship. Now, can you please help me dismantle the old generator? We can't bring it with us, but the parts will help us get settled in the new place.
But I just... Okay, Dad. I'll help out. Wait up! Nessie isn't at Sunshine Tidings.
Calm down. Just tell me what's going on.
Mom said Nessie wandered out to her pasture by that place with the creepy robot, but you're not going to find her there. Franklin the Martian took her. He's an alien, so he likes studying Earth things, like giddy-up Buttercup toys, comic books, and Brahmin. I'm sure he didn't hurt her, so you'll just have to go and ask him to give her back, and he will.
Who is this guy?
Franklin. He's from Mars. Has a spacesuit and a ray gun, but the gun is just for bad people. Raiders don't like aliens any more than Earthlings, so he needs the gun, but he doesn't use it on friends, I swear. And definitely not on Brahmin. If he knew we need Nessie today, he wouldn't have took her.
Sure. Okay.
I know how it sounds, really. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't have to. You know, to keep him safe. But I don't want to leave without Nessie. Will you go? I wrote you a note to give to him, so he'll know you're a friend and that I sent you.
Okay, what's really going on here?
Well, maybe Franklin didn't really take her himself. I just wanted to help him. Mom always talks about how special Nessie is, so I thought, if aliens want to study Brahmin, then they should study the best one around. Maybe even clone her. How cool would that be?
No problem. I bring her back.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you'd believe me. I'd go and get her myself, but you heard my dad. Take this note and he'll know I sent you. Franklin lives under the old ranger shack. Nessie is super safe with him, but Mom and Dad really want to leave soon, so we need her back. It's not far. I can show you where on your map, and you don't have to be scared of him. He's a very nice alien. And remember, no need to hurt him. He's nice.
I see you've been successful. We've already received our first shipment of materials. You can probably see I found us some workers, but I need you to build them somewhere to live. There's plenty of room out the front. I'll take care of operations within the ironworks. You just tell me what you think we should be making, and I'll put your share of the profit in the safe over there, along with any surplus stock.
What's our next move?
If we keep doing what we're doing, eventually people will be able to start living rather than just surviving. And that's what I intend to do. You keep the workers happy by making sure they have everything they need to live comfortably, and we can keep this operation going for a long time. I guess I'll let you get to work. I have everything I need at the moment.
Hey there.
Interloper. In your ignorance, you have invaded the sovereign territory of Mars. I am bound by honor to give you one warning before I take you to the Galactic Court by force. If you resist, I will be forced to use lethal force.
You're a ghoul.
I'm not a ghoul. If you could comprehend my language, you would know that you just delivered a grave insult to my mother. Leave before I get angry.
You are really insane, aren't you?
Not as insane as the human trying to provoke someone with superior technology and intellect. You're lucky I'm the most patient of my kind.
Whoa. Let's come down and talk about this.
Ah, invoking the interstellar right of ambassadorship. Very well. You may make your case for your presence. Be warned. Transgressing against the sacred ceasefire will trigger the electro-neuromagnetic traps that will boil the brain of any human in the room.
I have something for you.
What's this? You have an offering for me? Usually humans bring me items for study, not scribblings. Wait. Katie? She's... leaving? But I mean, I see the Chief Ambassador has... forget it. No point in keeping up the act now, I guess. It works better on children and Kent-out raiders anyway. So, Katie couldn't come out here herself. And that's why she sent you, for Nessie.
That's right.
The smelly thing is all yours. Good thing you came. I don't know how much longer I could stand around smelling her fertilizer. And, sorry for the act earlier. I've gotten kinda used to it, but I guess it won't be the same without Katie around. Doesn't like me very much after some of the experiments Katie thought would be fun to play at, but she should follow you back to the farm without a fuss. I'll miss Katie. Take care of her and her family, will ya?
What are you gonna do now?
Probably move on, find somewhere I can find more salvage, and keep selling alien artifacts to whoever's chemmed out enough to buy them. It'll be lonelier, but maybe I can visit Katie sometime, once she's settled. But I'm sure she'll forget all about me soon enough.
I gotta go.
Nessie's all yours. I'll get out of your way.
Franklin? From Mars? I guess I can see it with the suit and the eyes and the gun.
It's all right. I already knew that. I'm not dumb, you know. I've seen nice schools before, but it was so much fun to play, wasn't it?
This is all very nice, but what about our Nessie?
Franklin, don't say that. Mom, Dad, I was the one that took Nessie out of her pen. I tried to go and get her back, but you wouldn't let me go.
And you should have told us that right away. What were you thinking? I was worried sick about her. Mr. Franklin, thank you for keeping Nessie safe and bringing her back. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about you playing aliens with my daughter. Glowing Brahmin milk? Improbable, but I doubt anyone's tried before. Thank you,
I can't believe you convinced him to come with us.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad she was abducted by an alien instead of wandering off by herself. And Franklin is... interesting. I always knew Katie was too smart to get that carried away with make-believe, but I wasn't expecting this. He's definitely onto something with his branding, though. I've seen caravans cash out for less. I'll definitely talk more with him on the road. Speaking of, we're all packed up and ready. Are you all set?
Anything I can do to help?
Nothing besides the heavy lifting. And that's Nessie's job now that we have her back. We're all set otherwise. How about you?
Absolutely. I am ready to go.
So where are we heading?